Differentiation means tailoring instruction to meet individual needs. At its most basic level, differentiation consists of the efforts of teachers to respond to variance among learners in the classroom. Whenever a teacher reaches out to an individual or small group to vary his or her teaching in order to create the best learning experience possible, that teacher is differentiating instruction. There are three general principles to differentiating instruction. The first is respectful tasks, the second, flexible grouping, and the third, continual assessment. Respectful tasks are purposeful tasks or activities that are aligned to the essential outcomes of the course. Flexible grouping is varying how students are grouped, and continual assessment is used to inform teachers of their instructional strategies, aid teachers in learning about each student's readiness, interests, and learning preferences, in addition to improving student learning. Teachers can differentiate four classroom elements. The first element is content. Content is defined as what the student needs to learn or how the student will get access to the information. Examples of differentiating content are meeting with small groups to suit the needs of students, using spelling words or vocabulary lists at the readiness levels of students, and or presenting ideas through both auditory and visual means. The second element in differentiating instruction is process. Process is defined as activities in which the student engages in order to make sense of or master the content. Examples of differentiating process are the use of tiered activities through which all learners work with the same important understandings and skills but proceed with different levels of support, challenge, or complexity. Providing interest centers that encourage students to support subsets of the class topic of particular interest to them, and offering manipulatives or other hands-on supports for students who need them. The third element is products. Products is defined as culminating projects that ask the student to rehearse, apply, and extend what he or she has learned in the unit. Examples of differentiating products include giving students options of how to express required learning, using rubrics that match and extend students' varied skills levels, and allowing students to work alone or with groups on their products. The fourth element is learning environment. Learning environment is defined as the way the classroom looks and feels. Examples of differentiating the learning environment are providing materials that reflect a variety of cultures and home settings, developing routines that allow students to get help when the teacher is busy, and setting out clear guidelines for independent work that matches individual needs. There are three different student learning needs. The first is readiness, the second interest, and the third learning profile. Readiness is defined as a student's proximity to specified learning goals and a student's position relative to the task at hand. Interest is looking at students' personal interests and passions, their interests that are culturally and experientially relevant, as well as general interests. Learning profile is related to how we take in and process information. It is an umbrella term for learning style, intelligence, preference, culture, and gender. As a community of students, parents, and educators, we can come together to work in response to intervention groups and or professional learning communities. Together, we can sort out what is and what isn't working within the classrooms to help better the classroom environment, the curriculum, and whatever else needs to be done to be more beneficial for the students within that school and more specifically that classroom.